All right. Switching the mic over. I'm just glad you could hear me properly.
Okay, yeah, it's nice and clear. I'm on Lucy's phone.
Oh, wonderful.
I didn't know with my one, it's a new one, so I wasn't sure if...
Well, I will
Well, it's
read the
actually...
comments out for you. I'm sure there'll be some questions and some comments, so I'll do my best to read those out for you.
Okay.
So where in the UK are you? You still in the same area?
Yeah, we're still there.
Oh, that's
Still
good.
there. Been here, oh God, over 40 years. Not in this
Yeah.
particular house. I've been in this house 30 years, so a long time now.
Time sure flies, doesn't it?
Yeah, it certainly does.
Especially these days. It seems that time is flying faster than ever before.
Yeah, yeah. I can't believe everyone keeps saying that to me.
Yes. I know time is relative, but apparently we're all changing what relative means because it's just the days don't seem 24 hours anymore.
They don't. You know, I can't believe how everyone's saying the same thing because something's happened to time, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It certainly has. Hello, everybody. Good morning. I had a couple of people saying, when are you going to have Elaine back on the podcast? And I said, well, I'm trying. She's very busy. She's very popular. So what have you been up to? I see you've had a lot of events in person. You've been doing some in-person workshops or something, or chats.
Yeah, we've done a YouTube, didn't we? We've done quite a few demos up and down the country. We've got quite a few booked for next year, so we're going to be busy next year as well. So yeah, it's been quite a good year for that sort of thing, really.
How exciting. So how's your art been going? You've been doing new artwork as well?
Yeah, I've been doing some cards, guidance cards, and I'm on the Tree of Life ones cards
Really?
as
Like
well.
oracle
So
cards kind of thing?
bit like just guidance cards, really. You know, you got words on them that are inspirational words, and you can turn the pages or flip the cards, and they're really nice.
Wonderful.
Takes ages to do them, though.
I can imagine.
I've torn a few up where they've gone wrong.
So are you selling decks then now?
Sort of, yeah. There's about 15. It's only a small pack, so it's a 40 pack would go on forever. I'd never get it done, I don't think. The last book I did was 40 pages, and that took me 2 months to do that, on and off, you know, with life in between. That took me 2 months to finish it. It took ages.
Wow.
But it was worth it in the end, you know. And I've got them all done.
Well, you know, it has been a long time since you and I have spoken, and I do have quite a lot more followers now. Though I pretty much have doubled my followers in the last year since we spoke. So there's bound to something. I know, goodness, I've got nearly 130,000 people now watching the page and stuff. So there's going to be a lot of people who are not familiar with you. So I wanted to see if you don't mind just explaining a little bit about who you are and a little bit about, you know, how you got into mediumship and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm Elaine. I'm a trance medium, and I have been for 20 years. I started in 2005 when I started to, well, it was actually, I think, my father-in-law that came through when I was going off to sleep. I thought I was going to sleep. He decided he was going to make himself known. Although it did sort of freak the kids out a bit when they were small because they didn't quite understand what he was trying to say. But it was really strange, but it felt like a whisper to me. But when it came out, it was apparently really loud. So I phoned my mother's friend, who was also a trance medium, and she said, well, I'll put you on to Kay's. So it just so happened that Kay only lived up the road from me, you know, probably about 15, 20 minutes walk at most. And then I started her group, and it's gone on since then. You know, I've started to do lives when the Facebook Live came on.
Yes.
I've done all sorts of things, which eventually I'll get to write a book, probably when I'm old and grey. I'm not very good at writing, everyone, but I will write a book. But anyway, I've done all sorts of things. I've done, as you know, I've done demos for the public. We've gone up and down the country. We haven't gone overseas. We've never tried that. Maybe one day that'll
I
happen.
was
I don't
gonna
know.
say, maybe we could make that happen, Elaine. That would be lovely to have you come and visit us in the States.
Good God, I've never been there in my life.
Some
Always willing to
parts
try
are better than
something new.
others. We'll show you the good parts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Well, there's good and negative parts to everywhere you live, isn't
No
there?
kidding. Exactly so. So your mediumship, I imagine that was a bit of a shock, huh? Because back then it was a bit more rare. It wasn't as common. People didn't really even know what trance mediumship was.
Well, most people, it was there, but most people kept it to themselves in groups. They'd sit in weekly groups, and that's what I started off with for years. I sat in weekly groups, and then we moved forward from K's, and we formed our own group on a Monday night, and that went on for a number of years. And then my friend moved, so we swapped houses and did it at her house, and that went on for years. And then I was doing a bit of mentoring at my house for about 2.5 years. So there weren't even any demos then. It was just
Yeah.
your homely groups with your friends, and that was it really. Although I loved it, but after the lockdown, it came to an end, which my guide said it would do before all that even happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's sort of grown from strength to strength, really, hasn't it? And Lucy came into our family. She's my lovely daughter-in-law. And I never expected her to be into all this. She's just got thrown in at the deep end, didn't you, really? She got thrown in at the deep end. She was,
Oh,
already doing all the technical stuff at the place she was working in, and then she just gradually came in on it and done all the admin and everything, didn't you?
Yeah.
oh, it's wonderful. Lucy was so open-minded for all of this stuff.
It was. It's like spirit set this all up for us,
I have a
Once they,
feeling. I was about to say the
yeah.
same thing. That sounds like a pre-planned thing.
I reckon it is. We must have all sat up in heaven and said, right, well, this is what we're going to do when we get down there.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason, doesn't it?
Well, it
Absolutely.
does. And unbeknown to them, years ago when they were little, they only lived across the road from each other. They didn't even know. So,
Oh,
and they
that's
ended
so
up,
cute.
yeah, ended up getting married. So
Love that.
it's,
What a
it's just
beautiful
amazing
story.
how things work. When I was young, I didn't think none of this. I was always into spirituality, but I only ever used to sit with my father, who was a physical phenomena medium. So
Really?
I only used to sit with him on and off. But the spirituality started sort of coming in more when I was about 35, and I started taking photographs of orbs and stuff. And I'd get my camera out, and my daughter would sometimes be there, and there was a great big orb beside her head. There were orbs everywhere, and I learned to differentiate the ones with the dust and not, because they were massive, some of these
Yeah.
orbs that came into the house, and they're probably trying to let me know that, wait a minute, she doesn't know that she's going on a mission here, on a journey. So it just all came together. And I was even doing this on the telephones at one point. I used to go on the telephones, and you'd get all sorts of doubters because they couldn't see me. I was just on a telephone line
Is it
giving
like
readings to
a
people.
Mistress Cleo, like a Madame Cleo kind of thing, where you're chatting with people like that?
A little bit like that, yeah. It was like a
Interesting.
psychic company, and I thought I'd try it out on there, but in the end, it didn't really suit. So I joined with my friend Alison. She had this agency, and she asked me to come over and see her, and she got me onto her books, and I started. She got me first into demos, and I did one round her house, and then she said, well, could you do trance mentoring? And I was really nervous because I'd never done it. And I thought,
Yeah.
I'll give it a go. She had about 20 people in there, and we cooked food and everything like that. It was really like nerve-wracking. I don't think
That
I'd
should
want
be
to do
your
it
first
again.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we had some wonderful times with it though. We really did have good times, and I've done some demos for her. And then we had this live come on here, didn't we? It first started. You remember they put the live cameras on Facebook?
Yes.
And it wasn't very good quality back then.
No,
But
it wasn't. It's terrible quality.
no, it kept pixelating. But it's good now. But Jonathan said to me, okay, right, we need to go further. We can't just sit in one room anymore. I said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, you need to go on that camera. I said, you're joking. I said, I don't want to go on camera. He said, but this is your destiny. You know, I was destiny. I was like nervous, and he said, you never know until you try. So I thought, I'll try it. And first time I thought, okay, that's it. Hopefully no one will see it. And then the second time, and he said, come on, we've got to try again. So I tried again. Then the third time it went manic. You know, people started asking me to come and do demos at their spiritual centres.
Yes.
And I thought, what the hell have I let myself in for here? Go from my little circle to demos. What? And what have you done, Jonathan?
When spirit gets the wheel, things can rapidly advance, huh? And you kind of get whiplash
Oh,
from how
yeah,
quickly
yeah.
things can progress.
Well, they obviously have with you, haven't they? They want you to do all of this, you know?
I didn't plan this podcast. No, in fact, my guides had to harass me for an entire evening. They said, you need to start a podcast. And I said, are you crazy? And they said, no, you have to start. I said, no, I'm not starting a podcast. You're nuts. And the whole night long, they did not let it go. And they said, just try it. Just try it. Monday morning, just go live and see what happens. So I was like, fine, if you leave me alone, I'll do it. And I've been here for 2 years now, every day. So,
That's what I mean. So they did the same to you. They threw you in the deep end. They
yeah,
saw the cameras and thought, okay, right, let's do it then.
yep, exactly. We all got pushed out of our comfort zone. But look at how the progress, look at how much has happened since then. It's wonderful.
I know. Yes, you're interviewing lots of people now. Do you know Sheila Gillette?
No, I don't. You
Oh,
did
maybe.
introduce me to a couple wonderful, interesting mediums last time. So maybe we can bring some more people on the podcast because you seem to know all the cool people in the UK.
Yeah. Well, then Sheila Gillette is she's an American, and
Oh, is she?
you got Riz. If you look up on YouTube, you got Riz. I mean, if you can get hold of them, if they're not too busy, perhaps they like an
Doing?
interview. You know, help boost. You know, turning the light here. So
That's
I thought, well,
exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to bring more attention to all of these wonderful people doing good works.
yeah, and those two I really like. They seem pretty genuine to me. I've watched them a few times, although I only got back and saw Riz yesterday because I forgot his name and I couldn't. And someone mentioned him, so I thought, oh, Riz, yeah, I'll go and watch him. But
Oh,
there's quite a few of them on there. Yeah, it's quite a few. So, did you interview Emma in the end?
no, not Emma. Trying to think of who it was. There's two other people you introduced me to, but it's been so long, Elaine. It's been nearly a year since you and I spoke. Time has been
Oh,
flying
yeah.
like crazy, huh?
It has. And then there's who else is there? Joe Bradley. You can interview her if you want to. Joe Bradley.
Joe Bradley. I'm sure
Yeah.
some of my guests, some of my followers might recognize some of these names. I've been in my own little bubble a little bit in regards to the work I've been doing. I got involved in spirit release work. Do you know what that is?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just
Just
helping lost souls cross over, and I'm getting rid of some of those not so nice entities and stuff like that. Just helping people who are, you know,
you're going to a haunted house.
yes, exactly, yeah.
That's appropriate for Halloween, isn't it? You're going to a
We deal
haunted
with the
house.
troublemaker spirits more than the nice ones. Although it's really nice to chat with the nice ones, and we do work with spirit. I work with trance mediums, so my friends go into trance, most of them, and then their soul guide comes forward, and I actually have conversations, very much, like you and I have these conversations with my own guides, and it's lovely to be able to have chats with spirit every day and to be able to help people in the process.
Oh, yeah. It is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look forward to it.
It's been just a very interesting time, though, because I feel like things are ramping up with the 5D shift. People are talking about this shift in frequency. Has Jonathan spoken anything about that recently?
He did say, didn't he, about a change in energy? You know,
Yeah.
and the fact that the Earth's changing along with all of that. He did mention that.
Yeah,
So look
Spirit
at
normally does talk a little bit about it because I think that all the guides are kind of invested right now in what is happening here on Earth.
definitely, yeah. He does tell a lot. And then one lady said to me, "Do we make our own choices before we come here? Is it all laid out for us?" And he did tell her, yes. she said, well, other souls have told me that you've got free will here. And I thought, well, no, you map it all out. He's insistent upon it. He won't change his mind or anything. So it's our fault. We did this to ourselves.
I've heard that
Stupid soul.
before. Yes.
I'm not coming back here again, that's for sure.
You made your bed, now lay in it, you know.
Well, my bed's pretty untidy at the moment.
Well, the funny thing is that I have noticed this. The more spirit guides I talk to, the more I notice that they're just people with opinions, like all the rest of us.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes, they are.
We're all mad, that's our opinion.
Yeah,
We
you
let
can have
ourselves
a
in for.
conversation with two different spirit guides, and they can have completely different opinions based on all sorts of things.
Oh, yeah, they can.
Yeah.
I know. Well, we're all different and all unique, aren't we? We all have different
Exactly.
views on things, so yeah.
Same with our spirit teams. Our spirit teams all have their own quirks and personalities and agendas sometimes, and they do try to keep us on point, and I do think that they respect free will to a degree, but I also think that much of their job is in regards to keeping us on track and not letting us go too far off course.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm on track with them, I'll always be faithful to them, so you ain't got no worries there.
Yeah. It's hard navigating things down here, though. It's with so many challenges here on Earth and so many changes that are happening, and also so many people leaving right now too. There's been a lot of people who are leaving and going home.
Oh, leaving and going to the other side. I bet they're
Yeah,
standing
yeah.
up there thinking, I'm not going back down there. You go and get it. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. And all these near-death experiences I hear, they say didn't want to go back, and they told them, you're going back. Kicked her back to earth. Oh, okay.
All right, you're not done yet, Toots. Your sentence isn't over.
Yeah. How many more years have I got to go? Oh, damn. Another 30 years.
And what a reunion it would be, though. But we got a lot more to do. There's more exciting things coming our way.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yes.
Because this is it's a very much a cat in the cupboard, Jonathan says, journey with this, because you've got new things to discover, haven't you?
Certainly do. Yes, big steps.
Definitely.
So,
Yeah.
for those who haven't, heard much about your guides before, do you mind sharing a little bit about your guide, Jonathan?
Yeah. My guide, Jonathan. His surname was Hunter. His middle name was James, apparently, and he lived in Islington in London in the 1800s. He was married in St Mary's Church, which I actually visited. That was quite an amazing experience, because he did describe the church was, he said it was bombed in the Second World War. And that was years ago, he told the group, and he said the end tower of the church remained and the rest was rebuilt with people that came together to rebuild it all. So he said it will look a little bit different now when you go and see it. And I've got a photo of the old church off the internet, and I saw that the church had been bombed in the Second World War, just as he'd said. Well, the internet was, just starting on the go then, and so there weren't many places to look. So I found a photograph of it. I thought, wow, God, he's said it's actually true. So years later, two Facebook friends, husband and wife, offered to take me there. And it
Wonderful.
was quite an emotional time, because they said, "Oh, go into trance, and bring him through." I said, "Can't do that. This is a Christian church. So I'll be deemed as, I said, "They don't like that sort of thing." And they said, "Well, there's no one here." So he did quickly come through, and he respected the church and their wishes and everything. Luckily, no one came in and, said, "Get out," like, "Get out of our church." But beautiful church. And it was, the three of us left there in tears. We were emotional. All three of us cried, sat in the car and cried our eyes out. Yeah, it was quite poignant, that was. It was like a sort of a closure. But we couldn't find his grave. But a few years before, I asked about the graves, and they said, well, because the church had been bombed, some of the bodies would have been exhumed and moved to other sites. other churches. So, it was quite hard to find back then. So I thought, oh well, I'll just have to trust and I'll just have to go with it. I wanted his birth certificate, I wanted this, I wanted and I thought, well, what's the point? I might as well just trust. And the things that he was giving me was amazing. So we left the church and I looked up at the building and it had his year of birth on the building. It
Oh,
was built in 1845, the year he was born. And I thought, crikey, that's so weird. So weird. Yeah, we got further down the road and his the one of the friends I was with, he got a sign from his guide. I thought, "Oh, what's going on here?" It was incredible. What a day that was, an emotional day, but we were walking around the graveyard. It was quite muddy. They must have thought, God, what are those people doing? Walking around the graveyard on a muddy day.
did you
But
feel like a deja vu, like you've been there before?
yeah, because when I looked, in his times, it wasn't actually surrounded by a lot of buildings. There would have been open grounds there in his time. And then, of course, over the years, everything would have been built up and around it,
Yeah.
unless they just, drew it or painted it like that. I don't know. He didn't say, but he did say there was a lot more land in those days. But anyway, that was good, I thought to myself,
Wow.
yeah, and I haven't seen them anywhere on Facebook since. So I don't know where they've gone, but it's like they were just meant to come into my life for that period of time, just to take me there. Oh, wow. You
Maybe
also
you
decide you're all
knew
right there.
Jonathan back then. Did you ever ask him if we knew each other in that past life? Or maybe you were his soul guide back then. Maybe you were watching over him while he got married.
No, I was on the earth. I met him.
Did you?
He said that I came down from the north to find work in London. And I think I came down with my aunt, who I always believed to be my mother's sister, because they were always friends together in this life. Obviously, they're both passed on now, but I believe that she was my aunt that brought me down from the north to London to find work. And then that's where I met Jonathan. And he said, well, as soon as I saw you, I felt something really like that I'd never felt before. It was powerful. And he said I couldn't quite describe what it was, but simply because he was Christian, that was all he knew. And he thought, well, what's going on here? I've never met this lady. Who is she? I feel like I'd known you. So there was such a deep connection between us, even though I was just an old maid. Well, not old, but a young maid. But yeah, that he must have thought, blimey, can't get involved with an old maid.
So that means you knew each other probably in a lifetime, even before that one, for him to recognize you.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah.
He says that we're twin souls, so we're reflections of one another,
I
you
see.
know,
Okay.
and that's what he said. So that was really good.
Oh,
It kind of blew my mind a bit when he started talking about it to the people, and he said that I was Mary Ann Ellsworth.
I love that name. That's a very
Yeah,
British name.
it is. I think Ellsworth's more from the north, and then he said I came from the north. So when we looked up Ellsworth, there are two ways to spell it. It's with two L's or one L. So I wasn't sure. I think it was with one L. I didn't ever ask him that. But we looked up Ellsworth, and it seemed to be that name was more in the north than the south. And he said I came from the north. So I thought that's incredible.
All these little things of validation, huh? Because it's funny how much we doubt ourselves with all this information and how much we try to prove ourselves. I had a past life that was, I wouldn't say it was a moderately famous life. So I thought, I'm going to try and find myself. And I spent a year looking for myself, getting
Oh,
all
wow.
very frustrated for a record of myself. And then I asked my guides another time when I had an opportunity, I said, how come I never find any record of myself? And he said, that was a different timeline. You're not going to find a record of yourself in this timeline. You were in a different reality. I thought,
Yeah.
okay, well, that's confusing, but okay. Yes.
It seems to me like you've been in the 1920s.
I've been around quite a lot. Yes.
Yeah, like you were in the 1920s and early 30s,
Yeah.
coming in from that time, like where all the bonnets things they used to wear, the funny hats they had on. At that sort of time. It
Yeah.
feels like you've been in that life.
I've had quite a few in the UK as well. I've had a few lives as a Scottish lady, and you know, I was burned as a witch in Scotland though, so that one didn't end well.
Oh no. That didn't end well. I was fried. Yeah.
No, I'm still working on healing that one just a little bit, you know. Her name was Margaret in a past life, so I always joke about my inner Margaret's coming out now.
Yeah, you must have said we'll have to turn the heat back a bit when I go into that life because
Yeah,
then it's really hot
exactly.
again. I think
Uh,
everyone was burnt at the stake back then, you know.
I
It was like,
know. I mean, it's happened to
goodness
a lot of
gracious, that
us.
must have been a horrible time to live in.
I know. Well, at least we can laugh about it now. They can't burn us anymore. You can go into church and
Well, the only time I'll get burned is when I go over the other side. They'll do what they want, fried, barbecue me, grill me, do what they want.
You know, if this had been 400 years ago and we were having this conversation, they would be inclined to do so.
They would, yeah. Please no, not while I'm alive. Make sure I'm dead first. Just knock me out.
It's a good thing things have changed a little bit over time, you know?
Yeah, I also want to make sure I'm fully gone first. I don't want to be coming back to life in a
Yes.
barbecue, you know.
Please wait till I'm dead before you cremate me. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Oh dear. Yeah,
So what have
thanks for
you
waking up.
I know you also have Genevieve. How is Miss Genevieve doing?
Well, she's like a guardian angel. We all have guardian angels, and I didn't believe in her at first. I thought, yeah, right, you know, it's a made up story. You know how you feel. And I said, well, you prove it to me that you're real. Then you're my guardian angel. And then time went by, and I was walking past this sort of mini camper van once, and it had Genevieve on it. I thought,
Aw.
oh, wow, Genevieve. And
How'd
I
you
thought,
see that one?
yeah, okay. So I see that 2 or 3 times, never seen it again in years. They might have moved out the area, I don't know, but it was this little brown, like brown and cream camper van with Genevieve. And I thought, well, that was my first time. And then I didn't get anything until, like last year with my friend. She records them on EVP, and they're very quietly in the distance, in the same sounding voice, was Genevieve. I thought, wow, that sounds the same. It was very quiet, very faint, but she caught it on there. Yeah, she caught it on there, and she sent it to me. I can't think of her name now. I can't think of her name.
Delia.
Oh, Delia Ince. I mean, you could also interview her.
Oh,
She'd be a
lovely.
good one to interview. She's been into the spirituality, and she's had physical things happen around her, and now she records them all and talks to them all on the EVP. So our Delia Ince, she lives in Germany. She's from the
Ardelia,
US.
yes, she's one of the people I had in my podcast. Yes, she's
Oh,
lovely.
you had her
Yes,
on
I
there.
did have her on. Yes, she's wonderful.
She's a lovely lady, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
Really is. I know. Her name's so unusual, I always forget her name, but she is a wonderful person, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are others. I don't know if you'd get hold of what's her name now? Sheila Gillette, because I think she's quite well known in the US.
All right.
And
Well,
you
maybe
might get
I'll
hold of
name
Liz.
drop Elaine Thorpe and see what happens.
Yeah, and you've got Tony Stockwell, he's an English medium.
Oh,
He
very
used to be
kind of
on
you.
the TV. He's quite well known, and well, he's very well known, Tony Stockwell. He's in the UK, so he may come on and have an interview with you. He's a lovely man, he is.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much, Elaine, for the suggestions. We're always
Oh,
looking to
anyone
learn
I
from
can
new
find, you
people.
know, if it helps them and it helps
Yeah.
spread the word, you know, and they can
We're
have
very much
their
invested
turn.
in mediumship on this page right now. We've got a lot of students who are training in their mediumship and wanting to get more involved in the healing work that we do in the astral and all of that sort of thing. So we've been trying to learn from as many wonderful sources as possible. So thank you very much for those suggestions.
Yeah, that's all right. If I come across anybody else, I can always message you their profiles so you can get in touch with them, you know.
Thank
On
you.
the Facebook thing, I can always message you there, or I can pass it on to Lucy and you can get in touch with and interview them.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're
We're always
welcome.
just
No,
trying
don't
to,
mind.
you know, to bring the collective together in any way that we can do so. So lovely.
Yeah.
So for somebody who is a mediumship and it would, you know, look up to people who are already doing this professionally, do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, just follow the path the spirit give to you. You know, I'm sure that they're learning how to trust as well. So really, we've all got to rely on trust, haven't we? More than anything else. He always says that. But yeah, my advice is don't give up. Keep on going. That's what I say. That's the word. Don't give up on yourself. Even if things aren't going too well, it'll always turn a
At it.
corner.
Be consistent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Be consistent with it, because the further you go into it, the better it does get.
Yeah.
You know, we've all got our human minds getting in the way of things sometimes, and we have our human doubts. But I guess we learn from that anyway. That's how we grow. But I've had to take years to trust, and he's had a few tellings off. It's like, what did you do that for? Now, go and stand in the naughty corner now.
Yeah.
Yeah, not ticking off. I said, for goodness sake. I expect you've told yours off before,
Oh, many times, yes.
Yeah. So,
Especially Charlie. Charlie hears it the most. I have a guide named Charlie as my companion. He's also
yeah.
English.
Oh, he must have been related to you in that
Yeah,
line
I
at some point.
sometimes have the accent slip, and I blame him for that.
Oh, cheeky
And I have a
charmers.
Scottish Highlander as my gatekeeper now. My protector guide is a Scottish Highlander.
Oh, wow.
I know. I'm fully UK now. Let's see.
Yeah, you got the UK
All
spirits
my
coming
guides
for
are
you.
Brits. Yep. Yes.
Well, actually, I spoke to a man yesterday from California, and he's been living over here for years, and you can hear a little bit of English accent now. He's picked it up.
Yes, it is mildly contagious, indeed.
Yeah, it is.
I
Yeah.
just tell people I speak properly now.
Yeah, you'll be saying, come, my brethren.
Well, speaking of fancy English accents, is it possible to say hello to Jonathan today?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we would
I'm
love
sure
to
it
hear
is.
from him.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So,
Thank you, Elaine.
do you want me to start now?
Oh, whenever.
Okay, then I'm just going to do a little prayer of my own mind, and then
Perfect.
he'll
Take your
come
time, love.
through.
No rush.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Hello, Mike.
Hello, Jonathan.
I am happy to be with you today.
I am happy to be with you. I have been thinking of you for a couple of weeks now. You've been popping into my head.
Yes, I intended to.
I had a feeling you might. Yeah, it was a nice little visit.
Of course. I know that you had been wanting me to come and speak to you again.
Yes, I've been looking forward to it. How have you been, Jonathan?
Well, in heaven we can only ever be beautiful.
Yes.
We can be well and happy. We have not a physicality to sustain.
Yes. I can imagine it makes life a little bit easier.
Of course, it does, yes.
Yes. So what have you been up to, my friend?
I have been helping Elaine with her journey, of course. Yes,
It's been an interesting ride recently down here.
it certainly has. The awakening is happening as we speak.
It is. Things are ramping up.
And of course, with this huge awakening happening, that means that the surface is going to be rough for a while.
It is. It has been.
It certainly has. But you will all get through it.
I remember we spoke last year, and you mentioned that 2025 was going to be an eventful time, and you have not been wrong.
Yes, yes. And I do believe that 2026 will be just as eventful.
Interesting. How exciting.
But I do see that the turning point will be 2030. Of course, you see
2030 is
that
the big
as
one.
yes, I do see that.
Okay. Interesting. Wow. So I'm just curious, in regards to spirit, are we getting more help than we were a year ago? Because I feel that things are like there's bigger teams coming in to do more work.
Most certainly. We are all helping you from this side in many ways.
Yes. So can you share a little bit from what you can see from your perspective? Because we have a very narrow perspective down here. We don't get to see as much as you can.
Well, we can see things from all sides, whereas you can only see things as they are. So we
Yes.
know that the turmoil is happening, and we know that you are going to be working on making it better in some way or another. There are two sides to every story. There are two sides to every opinion. Of course, you were speaking about opinions earlier, and that is but true. So you have these two sides of the fence that are all battling against each other, aren't you?
Yes.
But if they put down tools and look to life, things would be better.
We have a lot of people sitting on the fence too, trying to choose a side.
Well, yes, I think that going within is the best side to be on.
Well said. Yes, indeed. So, for many people who are feeling a bit lost right now, any advice on how to go inside better and easier to get that much needed advice and guidance?
Well, I would say ask your guides to send you signs. And look within and love yourself. Believe in yourself, as everyone might say. I might say, I will say. Believe in you. Trust in the universe. Talk to the universe. It will help you.
Yes, it will. And I think that spirit is very busy as well. It's helping us in ways that we don't even recognize.
Yes, things are certainly going on behind the scenes. We are very much looking to the light to help you look to the light.
So, for people who would like to connect with their guides more, I know consistency and meditation are very important. Do you have any other advice for people to connect to their guides?
I would say meditation is a good way to connect to your spirit guide, and also asking them to send you signs that they are around. So please do talk to us because we do hear you. We are only a thought away.
Yes. And there's a lot of people who believe that the guides will not be able to help unless you ask for help, that is a form of respecting free will.
Well, of course, if you had put us into your journey, if we are part of your journey, then we are deemed to intervene with your permission.
Yes. Okay.
We do not tell you what to do with your life because we had all planned it together.
So you are allowed to deviate from the plan should you choose to.
The plan is already mapped out, my dear. Every turn, every twist, every pathway that you choose to go on, every decision. It's not an imprisonment. Every soul has free will to design their life and learn from it and grow from it.
So the book has been written, but there are many different versions of that book, perhaps, that we could experience.
I do believe in some ways there are, yes.
Okay. Interesting.
You may think, well, I could have taken that path, but I didn't. I took this one. But nevertheless, even that was planned.
Ah, interesting. So is that what deja vu could be as well? Being
Yes.
aware of the plan?
That's right. You are seeing the plan that you already made. That is why you think that you have been into that position before, but you simply hadn't. You were in the moment when you realized it.
Fascinating.
Wow.
Hi, Genevieve.
I think that that is your Charlie.
Was that Charlie?
Yes.
I
Hiya.
wasn't you. Yes?
Hello.
Hello?
Well, you have seen me then.
Yes?
I'm right on your channel now, sitting right next to you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I do feel a presence next to me, indeed.
I'm going to help you a bit more.
Okay.
Wait and see.
Thank you.
Oh, that is wonderful, isn't it? He's a lovely little chap.
Was she channeling my guide, Charlie?
Yes.
Wow, I have not. That was a very different voice than I was expecting.
Well, they can choose how they want to speak.
Wow, amazing. I didn't even know Elaine could do that.
Yes. Anything is
She's-
possible, I believe.
What an impressive vocal range she's got. It sounded like Genevieve, actually.
Yes. Well, you've got to look at the fact that we are using the same vocality, so some of them may sound similarity.
Fascinating.
Happy birthday.
Thank
Somebody
you.
has a birthday.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm honestly speechless. I don't even know what to say.
Yes. I understand your birthday is coming along.
Is that Charlie's birthday?
Yours.
Oh, mine.
It
I
has
have-
just been.
Mine is in May, actually.
Wow.
So maybe we're getting someone else confused.
Someone is blowing you a kiss.
Well, thank you for the kiss.
Pops, pops.
Oh, it was my father's birthday a couple days ago.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, that.
Wishing him a happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Did you forget your father's birthday?
No, honestly, I'm so stunned. I didn't even know what to think. My brain stopped working for a minute there.
Oh, yes. Well, you have a lot going on in those minds of yours.
No kidding. Certainly, especially today.
Yes.
Was there a
Most-
specific message for the collective today?
Well, again, I think Elaine had said it about the trust. Trust in what is to be and do not be afraid.
The good is to come within you. Let it be.
That's right. Trust in it. Your journey back to yourself. Because that's where you're going, back to yourself, you see. You learn to go within and love you, don't you, as well as others. And that is the most arduous, hardest part of the journey, really, because if one does not want to love oneself, it's hard, isn't it?
That's the one thing I'm working on most right now.
Well, don't feel selfish in doing so, my dear, because if you can love everybody else, then have you inclusive of that.
I have head to toe chills right now.
Yes.
Pops there.
Yes, I do see the grandfather is there. He is the one standing there.
My grandfather as well.
That's right.
Hi, Grandpa.
Well, you sure look well.
Oh, thank you. What a beautiful message.
It is. Be happy. Be happy. We love you.
I love you too. Thank you.
Charlie loves you.
Yes, he does.
Oh, yes, there are a lot of children around you.
Smile for them. Keep that lovely smile going.
Thank you.
It suits you. Carry on bringing the light to the world, which is what you are doing. We are proud of you. You'll be proud of you, won't you?
Yes, thank you.
Let go. After all, everyone shares and goes through emotion. It is perfectly natural to feel emotion, considering that you're all emotion. Don't be afraid to show it to each other. Most people feel silly when they cry, but don't, because you are expressing your emotion. You're letting go. And we are always here for you. We wipe your tears. We watch you smile. We see you having fun with your friends and making new ones. Many more are to come. I'm sure that they will appreciate you as well. So be kind to yourself and make sure you rest as well as work.
I will. Thank
That's a lovely message, isn't it?
you. That was a very well-timed message. Thank you.
Yes. Well, you do so much for other people, my dear. Don't forget about you. You are just as important. And we are here for you. You know that.
I do. I know that very much, Jonathan. Thank you so much for this message today.
Yes.
You
well,
have
thank goodness
relit
for
my
everyone.
fires, so to speak.
Yes. I think that goes for all of you, doesn't it, really? Don't be afraid to express yourself in whatever way you wish to do so. Because then you will live your life to the fullest. You know, life is so fleeting. And when you look at life and you say, yes, the time has sped up because the earth has been slightly shaken. And of course, that has sped time up by 1 millisecond. So it seems as if the days are going faster.
Certainly does.
Yes. So you've got to cram everything in, haven't you?
Yes.
But I would
Yes.
say do the things that make you happiest. I know that you have to do your daily things in life. That is part of living. That's the logic state of mind. But what I would say to you is don't forget to have fun.
Yes. It's very important to have fun. Keep that vibration high.
Oh, yes. Sing and dance around the room if you have to.
I do that often, yes.
Well, that is a good thing. You're setting an example to others.
Oh,
But we love you whether you cry or whether you're happy. It doesn't matter to us. We are always going to be here for you.
thank you so much for this today, Jonathan. Really, this means a lot to me. I hope you know that.
Well, I wanted it to.
I can see why you've been popping into my head recently.
Yes.
You are welcome to visit anytime, Jonathan. Thank you so much for this beautiful message. And many thanks to Charlie and Genevieve as well.
They send their love to you as I do. May
Thank
God
you.
bless you always.
We'll speak to you soon, hopefully.
Yes, most certainly.
Thank you, Jonathan. Lots of love. Bye-bye. Hi, Elaine. Welcome back.
All right.
Hello, love.
Oh, they didn't make you cry, did they?
Oh. I don't even know what my body's going through right now. I felt so much just sitting here. Whew.
I know. It's hard work being a human sometimes.
I could feel the intensity of the love coming through, and it made my
Yeah,
heart
I
like
was
feel like
crying
it
that
was
evening.
pounding a little bit. And I felt really hot all over. And then at the same time, I had chills all over my body. I felt hot and I had chills all over my body. And then all of my thoughts just flew out my ear. Like I had no words were coming out. I was trying to think of something to say, but Jonathan knocked me so far off my guard there that I was like, I wasn't expecting his message. That's all. And then my guide Charlie came through and spoke through you, and that was interesting. He sounded like he was about 10 years old there. I know he's not 10 years old. So.
I know my twin would be the same age as me now, but she used to come through like a little girl, you know, because she only passed as a baby.
Yeah.
But I know there was a demo I went to once. I sat opposite a man, and they had to move him because his healing was so powerful that I literally ran out of the room and went into the toilets and absolutely cried my eyes out. I felt such a fool. And I said, "Can you move? I don't want to be horrible." I said, "But you might need to move him, otherwise I'm going to spend the whole evening crying." But it was so powerful. He looked into my eyes. It's like I knew his guide was there. And I thought, you do pick your times to work on me, you lot, don't you? Well, I'm just about to do a demo and I'll go in the toilet, you know, crying my eyes out. I was absolutely I had no idea why I was crying, but I just couldn't help myself. I was so
Just waves of emotion
overwhelmed.
going through you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so overwhelmed with it. It just came out of nowhere, you know.
And it's
It just
strange when you feel something that's not, I don't want to say it's not me because it's coming through me, but at the same time, like there's no visible reason for me to have such a triggered emotion coming through, you know what I mean? So it's like
yeah. Well, it's
wild
their
ride.
love, isn't it? It's their love, and they know you through and through. They know you inside out, so there's nothing you can hide from them.
You know, it's funny, Elaine. Part of the reason why I was messaging you is because Jonathan kept popping into my head. I would think of him, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. I wonder why Jonathan has just popped into my mind. And I have been working on my mediumship, but my biggest frustration with it is the fact that I gaslight myself so much that I don't believe, unless I have a validation from a more senior medium, I don't even believe what I'm seeing or hearing, you know? So,
Yeah, and they say you got to trust, don't they? You know.
yeah.
I talk to my dad all the time, and I say, "Is that really you, Dad?" He said, "Well, of course it's me." He was straight to the point, my father, you know. So he probably being a physical medium, he finds it easier to get through.
So you're kind of continuing the family business in a way.
Yeah. My dad was doing that for over 30 years. He was a reluctant medium. It was my foster mum that dragged him into it, you know. Like he never used to believe in
You have
it.
a gift, you better use it.
Yeah, he never used to believe in it. And then he went along with her one night, and then next minute you knew he was in trance mediumship. Next minute you know he's out getting out of his body, and things were flying around the room.
Never a
Yeah.
dull moment with spirit, right?
Oh no, there isn't. I like never being dull moments with them because I think I'd like them to bring me more profound experiences. I'd like that.
Certainly. You
I
just got to be
keep
careful
asking
what you
them.
ask for. You never know how big is
Well,
a profound
yeah.
experience
I
you
don't
can be.
mind. I don't mind. Well, as long as it's good, of the like. But obviously, I've had some profound experiences, but lately I haven't really had anything too profound. I'd like that to happen again, just to leave my body and go somewhere else.
Well, the
That would
funny
be
thing
fun.
is, I could tell from some of the comments that this was a profound experience for some people to hear your
Oh,
voice
was
switch
it?
over. Yes, you can tell a few people were very like, wow, about. But that's the same, a lot of we're not used to hearing such a broad, variety of voices coming through. You've
I know.
gotta, most of the time when somebody trances is through their own voice, but your voice, your vocal range changes quite considerably.
I know
And
it
that's
does
happens
happen
through
with some
practice, right?
people. It
Through
does,
years of
yeah.
doing this.
Yeah. One woman, a guy used to speak really loud. I was thinking, God, it's definitely me. But she had no idea. To her, it was probably quiet, but it came out really loud, and like a big Indian man, And it's like, wow, blimey.
It would be kind of funny though to have some little lady go in trance, all of a sudden she's got this big booming voice coming out as she's.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what they say about me. But he was really loud, and she was only a small lady. I thought, crikey.
Well, I don't normally rewatch my podcast, but I think I'm going to end up listening to this one a couple times. So thank you
Oh
very
dear,
much,
we might
Elaine.
get the boxes of tissues out again then.
Honestly, I was so shocked by what was being said that my brain just stopped working halfway through it. I was like trying to come up with questions for Jonathan, and my brain was just like. So.
Well, they'll work on you. They don't care when. They'll work on you when you're least expecting it. And you think, not now, for goodness sake. Yeah. Well, even with Tom and Lucy, they dream about things, and they tell each other, and it all fits together. It's really like weird. It's like their minds go together in their dreams. And you had predictions, didn't you, both of you?
We both dreamt each other's nans passed away
Yeah.
before it happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
They dreamt each other's nans passed away before it happened, and then it happened. And that's each other's nans, so not their own nans, but each
Yeah.
other's. And I thought, that's crazy. I often wonder if they're twin souls.
I was going to say,
There's
it
a
seems
lot of
that Lucy has her
similarities.
own gifts that she's using here.
Yeah, and other dreams they've had, and I thought, that's incredible.
Mm.
Like, wow. So
Wow.
it does follow in the family, it follows in the family, and then they've got older Lucy thought, right, you're spiritual now.
Yeah.
You've got no choice, you're going there.
Yeah. The scorching hat was accurate for you, Lucy.
It was, and she's had other things happen too. So it was quite amazing how their little cat came into their life. We swear that her friend Rob, that passed away young, and my son's nan both planned to bring the cat. He got the cat on my son's birthday, a little kitten. There were
Oh,
some kittens that were left, and the others got rehomed. And this little one he caught outside, and now he's with their other cat. So they sent right on his birthday. So
I love that. You got a nice little familiar with you. Love that.
yeah, the reason for everything. And
Yeah.
Lucy's the best cat mum.
Oh.
She's the best cat mum. She is.
I was gonna say those are usually contracts as well, just for the record. Spirit sends you your fur babies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. And if one goes over, they send you another one.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
It's
Sometimes
like,
it's the same one. Sometimes it's sent by the other one. They said, "Oh, I can't be there now. Go help her out."
Yeah, it's amazing. And
Yeah.
and Henry was on his own, so it's like they knew he needed companionship because we would be going away in these demos, and they'd have to be looked after by somebody else. So it's like, we need a companion here. We don't want to be on our own with somebody we might not know. But they do know her mum now, obviously. But yeah, it's amazing. Two little brothers they are. They're so cute.
Naughty little brothers.
Naughty little brothers, yeah.
Usually that's the way it goes. So when is your next in-person event? So for people that are in the UK that would like to come and meet you in person, don't you have another one coming up?
We have Skelmersdale. What?
19th of November.
19th of November, the Spiritual Church in Skelmersdale. But if you want to know where I am, you can always look it up on my website, elainethorpe.com, and that'll have a list of all the future events that we've got on there. If you look on events and tickets, then that will show you, because sometimes the churches sell the tickets, so we leave their phone number on there for you to get in touch with them. So look on the website, elainethorpe.com, and it's got all our up and coming events for the future and for the rest of it. We got 2 more this year, and then we're in Greenwich in London in December. So have a look and you'll find exactly where you need to be if you want to come and see us, all right?
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I am planning a retreat. We call it a ghost busting tour, basically going around and crossing over lost souls, where we travel around. Yeah, we crossed over nearly 10,000 souls in Edinburgh over the summer.
Wow, that's
Yes,
incredible. What's
no
that
joke.
feel like? That must be amazing.
It was incredible. Very busy, very busy. That's it's keeping us very it's exciting to go to places where there's a lot of lost souls wandering around. So that's where we do, is we just go and help them to cross over. So maybe
that
we
must be
can plan
emotional.
something. Maybe we can plan a little event or something to hang out in person, Elaine. I would love that.
Yeah, that must be very emotional, seeing all them souls go across to the light like that.
It is. And especially when many of them have been stuck for a very long time. My favorite places to clear are the indigenous schools, the ones where so many children.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love
Terrible,
helping
isn't
the
it?
children especially. We even went to, in Ireland, where they had all the school in there in Ireland in Toma.
Yeah. Oh, you knew about that, did you?
We
Yeah, I
crossed
saw
all
that on
those
YouTube.
children over. Yes.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
well done to you. That's
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you. I am very proud of the work that we're doing, but at the same time, Jonathan is right. I need to rest more. I need to focus on
Crossing all that lot over,
I need
crikey.
self-care more for sure. I have been a bit of a workaholic. So yes, his
Yeah,
advice.
you'll have to
is great.
lay down a zebra crossing so they can go across themselves. Pelican crossing. There it is. Go on.
Uh-huh. It's a big job, but somebody's got to do it, right? And every person we cross over, we help with the shift. We raise the frequency more and more. So
Oh, that's lovely. Well, you keep up your good work then.
thank you, Elaine. And thank you for all the wonderful suggestions today, for all the people you recommend, for bringing
Oh,
on the
that's all right. I'll find some more for you. Don't worry.
Thank you. I'm always
It's just a
happy
matter of
to
getting hold
promote
of them.
people and to promote the work they do. So thank you very much for joining us today. This was a very exciting chat. I would be okay to bring you back on in a month or 2. Would that be all right?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm always here. And in the meantime, I look for to see who I can find.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Yes. I will drop you the link and you can have a read through some of the comments if you'd be interested, because there's a lot of very positive comments and just expressing gratitude for today.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to see the comments. Thank you.
You're
I
so
can't
welcome.
see them at the moment, but yeah, when you're ready, I'm
I'll
fine with
drop
that.
you the links and you can have a look.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, you have a lovely afternoon.
Thank you, Elaine. And thank you so much, Lucy. It was wonderful to speak with you.
And you, thank you.
Lots of love, everybody. I
Yes,
hope you all have a great day. See you soon, everyone.
bye.
Bye.
How do I leave? I don't
Oh, you're
know.
good.